Hi, this is John Solari, the Method Actor Speaks. And today we have a young lady on that I've been trying to get for the longest time. And she finally, I think it's because I moved closer.
You've been very persistent. Man, sometimes the schedule's just crazy.
I know, well, every time I see you, you're at some sort of opening and I said, this girl's got the life. Anyway, introduce yourself, tell people who you are.
My name is Joyce Chow, and I formed a company called MVI News Video Web that started out of, believe it or not, Hurricane Katrina.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
That's a little while then.
It's been a while, because I wanted, we started, part of it, some of my friends said I'm a media maven, and I like to enjoy life, I like to experience things that are different, but I also like to open up the window so everybody else can kind of join and see what's going on.
Right.
So they can experience more of life.
Why?
Why? Why not?
Yeah, but okay, why not?
There's so many things in life to experience and love and enjoy, and I've always been one that liked to try new things.
And where are you from originally?
I'm originally like my ancestors.
Well,
I am what they call a banana.
A banana, what is that? A banana.
Okay, I'm Asian, obviously, but I'm yellow on the outside and like a white person on the inside. It's always a joke.
I never heard that.
Banana.
A banana.
Have you ever heard of ABC?
No.
Which is American-born Chinese.
American-born Chinese, okay.
Yeah, we used to go ABCs, but I'm seventh generation Californian.
Seventh generation, wow.
Yeah.
So you really go back, like San Francisco and all that, and back to
the railroad
days.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're really, wow, that's amazing.
Which translates, it means that I don't really read and speak a lot of Chinese.
Well, what about, do you cook Chinese?
My grandmother gave me this, I have all my grandmother's recipes.
Yeah. Well, I have the wok. Is that what you can answer?
I can make Chinese and I go by her recipe book, but I can eat Chinese really well.
Wow. I'm Italian. Outside of Italian food, my favorite is Chinese.
I love Italian food too.
And when I go out to eat, I go with Chinese food.
Yeah.
I very rarely go to Italian because I cook it.
Ah.
And most Italians will. We cook it at home. When you get in, it's very hard to find good Italian restaurants.
Do you think so?
Well, there's one it's called, Frankie's on Melrose.
Yes.
You've been there, so you know.
Yes.
That's about the only place. I mean, he's really from Mulberry Street in New York, right next to Chinatown.
Of course. And I'm there's an actor, what is his name? Italian actor that's been in a lot of like the Italian movies, mafia movies, that has a restaurant too. Of course, there's more than one that has a restaurant. When I think of it,
You're not talking about Mulberry Street or...
No.
Out here he has a restaurant?
Yeah, but it's more, I think more in the valley. Of course, we are in the valley right now.
Yeah, this is the valley. And I'm trying to think, I don't know, because the only one I really go to is Frankie's on Melrose or Giovanni's I used to go to.
Giovanni's is fabulous.
Up there on...
And Little Italy's on the west side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, which Giovanni's you talking about?
Oh, I keep on thinking West LA.
Oh, no.
Valentino's.
Because there's Giovanni's up here, like in, what do you call that? Well, we'll get into it. We're talking restaurants. Forget about it. Italy lost today. It's another 4 years till we come back. But now you were talking about, you have a magazine or a video show. What does it do?
Here's part of it is, we work with multiple platforms. So we'll do photo, video, and written. Okay? Work with 3D, we work with 5D, 3D, 2D, live streaming video, photography, written. And so I'm in front of the camera, behind the camera. We provide content for major outlets, such as Yahoo and CNN, iReport, which is a digital feeder for CNN. Look at your face. PR photos, so we do. And then we have about 7 of our own websites. So
all these things I see it's business for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's see. Now I wasn't aware of that. I'm saying, here's this girl. Every time I see, what's her name? Susie Wong, is that it? No.
Sue Wong. Yes.
Sue
In
Wong.
fact, I'm wearing one of her gowns right now.
Oh,
yes.
That is beautiful.
Here, I'll show you. See?
If we can get can we get a let me see if we can get a long shot of that. Will you stand up?
If I stand up? Okay, we'll go like this.
Wow.
Yes.
That really, and the color is
I love it.
beautiful.
Beautiful summer
And,
color.
and it goes with the banana.
The banana. Melons and bananas.
Ready to peel this lady. And that's the glasses and everything. You're very fashion oriented.
Well, see, I want to show you something.
It's, look at that.
And I have different colors too.
How did you do that? Oh, you took it off.
See, if I had my purse, I have some other colors. I also have 3D lenses that I can put on top of here.
Really?
And yes, different ones.
Is this your company or did you buy this?
This is a company called Chemistry, and it's spelled like chemistry, like chemicals chemistry, but with the IE instead of a Y.
Oh, that's great. It's so easy to come off.
Yeah. And here's the really cool part about this is the other ones I have a blue one, and what else do I have? Oh, those are for my other glasses. 3D. But they have probably 20, 30 different ones that you can put on top of them. And they'll come with a mirrored lens, graduated shades, and you can basically create whatever look that you want. It's a lot of fun.
That's really nice. I like that. Do they have them for men too?
Of course.
Because I like the rose-colored glasses myself.
Well, you can see see life through rose-colored lenses.
I have a pair.
But there is a little bit of a prescription in there.
These are prescription? Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see a thing.
But here's the cool part is when you go to see a movie, like a 3D movie, the challenge that most people have is if they wear glasses, they don't want to put a pair of cheap 3D glasses over their glasses that they just spent $500, $600, $700.
Right.
Right? And scratch them. And then they don't want to get special prescription 3D glasses, whereas this, it just allows you to create it.
Actually, I'm going to see a 3D movie at the Directors Guild this weekend.
What are you going to see?
I forgot what it is. It's
Transformers.
Is that what's playing there?
It opens on the 27th.
Well, then it's probably this Saturday at the Directors Guild.
Okay, the official opening is Thursday, so it's either after the opening or you're seeing one for next week. The Directors Guild, you never know who's going to show up.
I have a...
We hope a director.
I have the pass, I know there's Friday night, I forgot what they are, but I go. But I know there's one 3D, I saw X-Men 2 weeks ago.
Yeah? Did you like it?
In 3D.
Okay, of course we got to talk about movies. X-Men, what did you think about it?
Well, if I had to pay money, I would never go.
To see the movie, period? Or to see
I'm not
that
into, I'm not into that type of movie. But I enjoyed it. I was surprised. I sat there and I enjoyed this movie. The acting I thought was good. It could be, there's not much of it, but I think you're being paged.
I'm sorry because we started taping it and I did not turn off my cell phone. Shame on me.
That's all right. You can tell them, I don't edit.
We're in it.
So.
Oh, hold on. I do have to talk. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Hold on. This is a friend of mine that's parking. You're going to just laugh. She's parking her car at my house.
Oh.
Because she's going out of town. So you get to hear. John, these are those things.
Everybody, I don't edit.
I know.
So have fun.
But part of it is I have, hi there, you are part of the show, so I'm not announcing your name whenever we're taping. But is everything okay? Okay, I'll call you when I'm fit. Yeah? Okay, I'll call you after I finish then if everything's okay. 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 Okay, bye. So
you have planters and
hey, I was nice, I didn't say your name. But anyway, you always want to make certain, because I live over close towards LAX, so sometimes I have friends that drop
Oh.
their car off at my house, and they leave it there so that they don't have to pay. You know, if they're gone for a couple of weeks, actors go in and out of town all the time.
Always. Working
Always.
actors, that is.
Yeah, and they're sitting there going, "How much does it cost me?"
What about you? Did you ever do any acting? I mean, you got such an incredible face.
You know, here's part of it is I don't think of it as acting, but they think of me. I guess so.
Or did you? Well, I guess you do
I
have.
go into characters.
Right, I was going to say that is in your business, you have to go into character.
I do. I actually physically go into characters. We have some different shows. One of them is called Cooking with Not a Spring Chick, which I don't know if you've seen, but I actually cook, and I cook in a bikini.
Really?
Yeah, it works out quite well. Because
Is this on cable or?
No, it's on the internet.
It's on the internet. What's the name of it?
It's called Cooking with Not a Spring Chick.
Cooking with Not a Spring Chick?
Yes.
Well,
And we have some that are just on regular YouTube, and just if you Google it, it'll be all over the internet. But we also do it on Vimeo VOD. And it's kind of funny.
This goes to Vimeo, too. Vimeo.
And also Daily Motion. But it's kind of funny because it started out, okay, first of all, people said, why did you start a cooking show? And I said, because I had to eat. because when we're providing content to all these different places, right?
Yes.
You're like, okay, what can we do next, right?
And what kind of cooking do you do?
Well, here's part of it is we've cooked with stoves, cooked with ovens. A lot of the stuff we're doing right now is microwave cooking.
That's cooking?
Look at that face. And it's really kind of a comedy. First of all, because I'm in a bikini.
Okay.
And we call it bachelor proof.
Bachelor proof.
Right. I'm in a bikini, I'm cooking, except I don't know what I'm cooking before the show. They set it all out there for me. Somebody tells me off camera what to do. Of course, while I'm on camera, I usually change the recipe. So, I just
And this is in a microwave?
yeah, well, I'm not in the microwave.
No,
I'm
but
just inside the microwave. But I've been able to cook things like a zucchini bread in the microwave.
Really?
Yeah, look at that, yes.
Zucchini, but
I've made turkeys, hams, yeah, cobblers.
really?
Yeah, in a matter of minutes.
Wow, I want to check that out because that sounds, it tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes good. I like to eat it. And we've actually, the food's been tasting better since we started adding alcohol to it.
Well, no wonder.
But actually, part of it is we have a lot of fun. And when we first started, I was wearing gowns. It was like a homage to mothers. It was like a Mother's Day series we were doing. And I found out that I was afraid because they were loan dresses, and I didn't want to get anything on. So I was like standing far away, so I would mess everything up. And we're like, well, that's not gonna work. So we thought, okay, we're gonna put an apron on. So I put an apron on. I'm like, gosh, I have an apron on. So stuff was going all over the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay, it's a total mess. So what happened was, but I was still conscientious. So what happens, then we went to a bikini. Because then I can spill stuff all over me, make whatever mess, we just wipe it off.
And then we go into the cooking nude. Now that would be interesting.
Not to say that I have not.
Really? You ever cook nude?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because clothes is,
Well, bikini, you can always just wipe it off. But here's the remarkable part is, with a bikini, because most people actors are conscientious, right? Because everybody's watching. And it's really kind of interesting because I'm almost more natural just talking in a bikini. I don't know. It's like once you get ready, your face is all ready, your hair's ready. You don't look at yourself, right? So
Right.
you just put on the clothes and you start talking and do whatever. And I just don't think about it. I throw stuff all, whatever. But remarkably, wearing a bikini, I get hardly anything on me.
Really? You're relaxed, I guess.
Yeah.
You're very confident in yourself.
Well, you learn to roll with the punches.
Well, but you're a very attractive woman and you got a great body, so I guess a bikini,
But you have to work on it though.
But you enjoy that.
What, working out or?
and looking, being in a bikini.
Here, I'm going to show you something. We
Okay.
talked about cell phones. Okay. And this happened. People were going, oh, let's take a picture, right? So I pull out my cell phone.
Oh, look at
I
that.
go to, see, I go to take a picture.
Is that you?
That's me. Wow. Okay, I'll show
Can
it.
we show that?
Yeah, that's fine. Except it might make you NSFW.
Well, now what is that?
Not safe for work. Which, okay, the reason why I went to VOD is some of our things is because we didn't pay before, now we're paying for it, right?
Okay.
VOD. Is some of them were deemed NSFW, which is not safe for work.
Not safe for work. I gotta learn all these
Okay.
things that you people have.
So by being NSFW, he's looking at my phone.
I can't wait for you to see this.
People couldn't look at it from work, so more people have been, as cell phones and data plans have gotten cheaper, they look at more things from their cell phone, and their screens are bigger. But here's one of the things I have right here.
See
So
that?
this is me, and yes, that's my cell phone.
Wow. Look at that. Oh my God.
And it's really kind of interesting, the responses you get. It's almost worth having it on your cell phone just for the responses.
I would say that. That'll go. Put that away because we're out of the picture.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. We're back. That was really.
This, here's the funny part is.
Oh, you do have a tongue on.
Well, I do have a swimsuit on.
Yes,
it's a dental floss bikini. Of course, it will fit in.
And your hair is
It'll fit in
beautiful.
like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, a very small container. In fact, I could stick that dental floss bikini right here in the side of my cell phone.
Wow.
But one of my friends, she used to have a picture of herself in a bikini. I'm like, why do you have a picture of yourself in a bikini on your cell phone? I said, you know what you look like. She says, yeah, but she says, I open up my cell phone and then people, she said, they always ask. I said, oh, really? I'm like, oh, okay, great way to, open up a conversation, right? But what happened was once I put it on there, it's something that mentally, because you know how people put pictures, they want to be in shape, they want to diet. There's something mentally, you look at it, you're like, ooh, it makes it a whole lot easier to put that extra piece of cake down or not get it.
Yes. Okay.
Because you're constantly on your phone looking at your
You
picture.
keep that picture on your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Or in the bathroom.
No, but this, I have it on my cell phone all day.
Cell phone,
I don't
but
even need it on the refrigerator.
Yeah, in the old days you would put it on the
That's right.
refrigerator. So that is incredible. And do you have that on, is that on Facebook and all that?
I don't think I put it on Facebook. I just have it on my...
It's your hair that I'm in love
my
with
hair.
too. I mean, it's the way it comes right back down there.
And it was funny. It was one of those pictures. Sometimes when you take a picture, you just know it. There's something about the picture that you just like.
Ah, yes.
Right?
That's a 10. Remember the movie 10?
That's right, with Bo Derek.
Bo Derek, there you are. That's the first thing that came to mind. It was Bo Derek running on the beach.
You know, they tried to recreate that in The Other
Yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
It didn't work, and
It's not quite the same.
she still looks fabulous.
Yeah,
You ever run to
Kate
her?
Upton. I was actually...
No, I'm talking about Bo Derek.
I haven't seen Bo Derek. I haven't seen her
She's
in
married
years.
to this young guy. They've been together for a long
Really?
time. But at all these events that you go to,
I haven't seen her. I bet she would be somebody really interesting to talk with.
oh yes,
Yeah.
her life. Well, I had John Barrymore's been on.
John Barrymore?
Well, his son, the younger.
Yeah.
He goes to a lot of these things. Barrymore. He came on with David Carradine's daughter, Calista.
Yes.
And do you know Calista?
I think I've met Khaleesi. I've met David Carradine's former wife.
Wife, okay.
Yeah.
She's a singer and does a lot of
Oh
singing.
wait, I have heard her sing at Sue's.
Maybe,
Yeah.
And I had it was Sharon Benson who had a band with David Carradine, and she was on a couple of weeks ago. It's on there, but at some of these events you go to now, Sue Wong. Now there's the photographs and then I guess the creations. I mean, what an artist she is.
She really is. When you sit down and talk. Her home, the Cedars, it's literally amazing. She likes to focus on the old Hollywood glamour, and it used to be Howard Hughes' home when he lived in Los Angeles, and everybody like from Johnny Depp, right, has been there. Howard Hughes, they've done, I think, a number of movies and different things over there, and it's just magnificent. But when you talk to her as a designer, when you ask her about her collections, I'm always fascinated because what she does very well is she takes gowns that would normally be, you think of as couture gowns, and it's like couture gowns for the masses in a way, because they're extremely reasonable for what they are. Yes, they're still sold in places like Neiman Marcus, right, and Nordstrom's and Macy's and Saks and places like that. Bloomingdale's. But she comes out with collections, and she does 5 collections a year of 300 designs. She comes out with 1,500. 1,500 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
That's incredible.
Isn't that amazing?
And the prices have to be reasonable then. I mean, if they're going, Neiman Marcus and all that, they're expensive, but they're reasonable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's different. Being here in Southern California, a lot of times, you look at red carpet glamour, and true couture is a gown that's made for somebody, that's a design that's worn once. Only once. Okay? Yeah, we're looking at the budget.
Yeah, it's amazing. Women do that. Men, we just got a tuxedo on.
It would make it so easy. I love wearing men's tuxes. It's just.
I bet you would look good in that.
I've worn tuxes before for the Golden Globes. Of course, I didn't wear a pants. I wore a miniskirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wore it for the Golden Globes, and it was just a classic tux jacket. Part of it was I had it in the closet, and I wasn't quite certain if I should wear it. And then I saw one of the. Oh, I can talk louder too.
Okay.
I saw one of, who is it, Christine Baranski. I saw her wear it, and I'm like, if Christine can wear that on the red carpet, then I guess I could wear it. Because I just looked at it like, it's something old in the closet, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess it's a classic.
God.
Yeah.
Now, where does your fashion come from? I just want to make sure we have enough time. Oh, yeah. Where does your fashion come from?
Everywhere.
Did you go to school for this? Is it just natural, or how did you come about that?
It just evolved, I guess. I never thought about it. Because my background is actually business and marketing, but I've always had an appreciation. It's like we just love pretty things, right?
Right.
We love to look good. We love to feel good. But my secret, this is what I learned a long time ago, is if you always want to look good in your clothes, is only buy clothes that look good on you.
Mm-hmm. And does that mean a certain color, or like I know blue is good on me because I have blue eyes, but I wore this light today.
But then what happens is then all your clothes are blue, right?
Yeah, but
and you like to vary. See, let me look at your eyes right now.
My eyes?
Okay, so you have a blue, but it's a light blue and there's a little bit of gray in it. So this brings in the dark charcoal, because it's not really, it's kind of black, but like a dark charcoal kind of accents your eyes, even though it's not a blue.
Really?
And it's really interesting because what you wear around your face specifically, and then it makes a difference in how you look and feel. Women can play more than men with it because men don't put on makeup.
Well, in film they do.
Well, they do, but unless they don't normally wear like eyeshadows.
Well, no.
Some of them do, because that's their look that they're trying to achieve. But most men on the part don't. And so you go with the look. And the color I choose, a lot of times I choose the color based on the event.
The event?
The event, where I'm going,
right,
what I'm doing. So for example, this one I wore for, Sue had a party at her house this last weekend. And I wore this one because she wanted me to be wearing a Sue Wong gown.
I can't believe how beautiful that is. I mean, the
I
material.
just love it. Yeah.
And it's all this.
The lace and the ribbons and the intricacies. Yeah, there's a lot of detail.
Sewed on,
Uh-huh.
right? And because it's like almost like a slip.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's 2 layers in here.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Actually, they're sewn together. You can't see that.
That's what I meant.
I'll
I'm
stand.
looking. You don't know what you're missing, folks.
Okay, now.
It pays to be a host. I'm under the table.
But I'm always amazed at the things that she's done because, you know, it's the look of old Hollywood glamour. And, here's the most amazing part is I met her initially because one of my peers in the journalism area said their favorite designer in LA is Sue Wong. And I said, really, why? And he said, she's by far my favorite designer in LA. And so I started following her as a designer. And it's just that look of old Hollywood glamour and constantly recreating, but you always feel good in her gowns.
Yeah, I would imagine, because I mean,
Always feel good.
it's even well, yeah, I could see it. I mean, it looks beautiful, so it must feel that way.
You just
feel
feel
sexy
beautiful.
and
You feel when you put it on.
Alive.
Yeah.
I
And
know the feeling.
the other part that I found interesting is when I've been to parties, I see women are going, "Oh, that's a Sue Wong gown."
Really?
It's enough so you can identify, and you'd say yes, and they'll sit there and tell you, well, I have, and they'll tell you how many gowns they have in their closet of hers, and how long, and she says, I have one that's 5 years old, I have one that's 10 years old, I have one that's 2 years old, you know, and they'll go over the whole thing. And it's really kind of interesting to see women talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, I have one of those too, and sit there and share that.
Is it, so it's not just the Chinese community that she sells to?
No, she's not. In fact, she's getting ready to expand into China.
Really?
Yeah, but she's here, you know, here in the United
That'd be
States.
something new, shipping clothes to China. Everything is made
She
there.
manufactures them over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would say everything is made over there today. Everything is made today in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get nothing made in America.
You'll have to come over sometime.
She's such a fascinating, I love, she always puts up these sayings too.
Yes. She'll put up.
Philosophy and you know, it's almost like reading Confucius.
She is. She's very
Little
much.
fortune
yeah.
cookies and stuff like that. I mean,
That's a
I
good
just
way of
think-
putting that.
yeah.
And she'll usually accompany it's a saying or a quote with a fashion shot.
Right, yes,
Yeah.
And and a quote from somebody, it's all over them saying, where does she have the time? And
Well,
there's
she
so
does have
much
some
in-
people that help her.
I was gonna say.
I'll admit that.
There's so many of them out there today that they can't do it by themselves.
No.
But it is, I mean, the things she looks for.
And she's won awards in social media.
Did you say you brought another gown or
Uh-huh.
something? Well, good. We're gonna come back with part 2, and she's gonna be dressed different.